Hello Riverwood families and students. This video is intended to overview Riverwood's course recommendation and election process that drives students' 2015 to 2016 schedules. It's also intended to provide overview information about each academic area within the school and to provide crucial information to families and students in the schedule decision-making process. By no means, however, is this video all-encompassing. Students and families must review four-year plans, the academic catalog, course registration cards, and other resources to carefully plan for the recommendation and scheduling process. Prior to diving into information about the content areas in the scheduling process, let's review the timeline of dates that are relevant to students and parents. On February 11th and 12th, Riverwood teachers will make their recommendations for next year's courses and will sign students' course recommendation cards during school hours. On those days, Riverwood students' responsibility is to put pen to paper on those elective and scheduling cards to write down their elective courses that they wish to take. They provide prioritized lists of electives and are asked to provide more options for electives than are necessary in case some of their first or second choices don't end up working or become unavailable in the scheduling process. Twice during the spring, prior to spring break, students will receive what is called a course verification form. The course verification form is a listing of the courses that students are pre-registered for. They will receive the form in advisement and will have several days to review it with their own input and parental input if desired before returning it. If changes are warranted, those changes will be addressed, and then a second course verification will be produced and the process will be repeated. The purpose of these scheduling verifications is to make sure that students and families have a very clear and open opportunity to make changes, to make corrections, and to fully ensure that their schedule of courses is correct for the upcoming school year. Once those two verifications are completed prior to spring break, and the Friday, April 3rd, just before spring break rolls around, there will cease to be an opportunity for students to make changes to their schedule for the 2015-2016 school year. At that point in time, no scheduling changes will be acknowledged, except errors that we make in scheduling and any extenuating circumstances that may arise. It's important for us to be able to move on in the scheduling process, to design the schedule, to allocate our staffing, and to make sure that the schedule is vetted and ready for students on day one, thus the need to discontinue working on specific student schedules. So please help us by adhering to that change process in the two verifications and the final deadline of April 3rd to change courses. Now, the remainder of this video briefly highlights each academic program or academic area by talking about it in these fashions: new opportunities in each area, continued opportunities of note in each area, and special things to consider or remember in each area. Let me start by talking about the program area International Baccalaureate, IB. New opportunities. Several slates of IB music are being offered. IB Music SLC and SLS for solo and creating is offered for rising 11th graders. This course tracks to a potential IB Music HL in 12th grade. IB Music SLG for group is available to 12th graders, so long as that student had a performance course such as band, chorus, or orchestra in the current 2014-2015 school year, and as long as the student can continue in that performance course, band, chorus, orchestra, simultaneously while taking IB Music SLG for group. IB Psychology HL Year 1 is available to rising seniors who have taken AP Psychology as a prerequisite course. IB Biology HL Year 1 is being offered to rising 11th graders and will be followed for that crop of 11th graders by IB Biology HL Year 2 in the 2016-2017 school year. IB Film Studies SL is available to rising 11th and 12th graders. IB Chinese is being offered as a pilot. If a student is interested, he or she should see Dr. Kopkis, the IB Diploma Program Coordinator, to discuss details. We are, by the way, making no commitment as to the pilot continuing after this current school year. And also in the area of IB for new opportunities is for rising 10th graders who anticipate that they will apply for the International Baccalaureate Diploma Program. Those students will take, as 10th graders, chemistry honors and physics, 2 science courses in one school year, to better prepare them for IB science courses in 11th grade. Continued opportunities of note. No IB courses are being removed from the slate of offerings, so families and students are encouraged to explore the course cards and the academic catalog on the Riverwood website to see the variety of offerings. Special things to remember and consider. IB diploma students must apply and be accepted, and so should seek out the application and any necessary information from Dr. Kopkis, the IB Diploma Program Coordinator. The IB Diploma Program office is located on the lower 100 hallway. For the program area tag, Talented and Gifted, New Opportunities. In Semester 1, gifted students may take a course called Tag Hire Me that will prepare them to be placed in a field internship in the spring of next school year. Continued opportunities of note in TAG. 9th and 10th grade gifted students will receive TAG credit in core honors level courses such as math, science, English, and social studies. Whereas in 11th and 12th grade, those credits come through internships, directed studies, or AP and IB courses. Special things to remember and consider. TAG students interested in directed study programs, internships, or the TAG Hire Me preparatory course for internships must fill out the special programs application and indicate their interest in one of these TAG opportunities via that form. That form is in the Counseling Center and online. Let's talk about the program area of English, new opportunities. Advanced Placement Language and Composition will be offered to rising 12th graders as a final year English credit opportunity. And a very exciting opportunity, Riverwood plans to open what will be called the Riverwood Writing Center next school year, a place where students in all courses and all grade levels can come to get writing, tutoring, and assistance. From a course standpoint, we're offering a course called Advanced Composition, application only, to students who are interested in being mentors and tutors in that writing center setting. In the course, they'll be taught writing skills of their own, tutoring and mentoring skills, and then will be tasked with supporting students under teacher guidance who come into the Riverwood Writing Center during third periods. Again, as I said, that course, Advanced Composition, to be a Riverwood Writing Center mentor and tutor is application only, and interested students should see Mrs. Brown, English Department Chairperson, or Mrs. Toledano, English teacher. And lastly, under new opportunities, Scholastic System 44 will be a phonics-based instruction program for identified students using STAR testing data. STAR testing is offered many times during the school year to Riverwood students, and we will use that data to schedule classes such as Scholastic System 44, phonics instruction, for students who are in need of that intervention. Continued opportunities of note in English. Reading skills support for identified students will continue to happen in Scholastic's Read 180, and students will be identified, as I mentioned, using STAR testing data. Special things to remember and consider. It's a common misconception that if a student takes an honors level or AP level literature course, that they must also be enrolled in an honors level or AP level social studies course, and that is not the case. Let's move to the program area Math, new opportunities. A course called Advanced Math Decision Making will be offered to rising seniors who are four-year college bound. Advanced Math Decision Making is a splendid fourth-year math offering for students who are not prepared or possibly may not be interested in the rigor of taking pre-calculus as their fourth-year math option. Continued opportunities of note, Math of Finance is available to rising 12th graders who are two-year college bound, and this course also satisfies a fourth-year math option. Math support courses are, of course, available at a variety of grade levels and are scheduled by the school based on, as I've previously mentioned, STAR testing data, which indicates student need. Special things to remember and consider as it relates to math. Math offers accelerated math courses, and folks should know that accelerated math courses move at a much faster pace than their counterpart courses and are intended for very strong, very rigorous math students. And IB Math HL has prerequisite scores from AP or IB courses that precede it. So if IB Math HL is of interest, please make sure that you have information about those necessary scores to gain admittance. Let's move to the program area Science and talk about new opportunities. The previously referenced IB Biology and 10th grade Science pairing for potential diploma program students are new opportunities in science this year. Additionally, AP Physics will have a Year 2 option available to seniors. Students should have taken AP Physics 1 or AP Physics, or Physics, just regular Physics, as a prerequisite for AP Physics 2. Continued opportunities of note. Last school year, Anatomy and Physiology along with AP Biology were offered for the first time, and they'll continue to be offered this school year along with several other IB Science courses. So please look at those course cards and the academic catalog for a full slate of offerings in science. Special things to remember as it relates to science. All students must have taken biology and either physics at any level or physical science to satisfy Georgia graduation requirements. The remaining 2 of the required 4 credits can be composed of student choice. Let's move to the program area Social Studies and talk about new opportunities. IB Psychology HL is available to rising seniors who've taken AP Psychology as a prerequisite, and continued opportunities. Several elective or selective course offerings such as AP Psychology, Sociology, Latin American Studies, Comparative Religions, and many more are available and should be explored on the course cards or in the course catalog. Special things to remember or consider. Any student taking an AP or IB level Social Studies course must also take an Honors, AP, or IB level Literature course concurrently. Many magnet students need to take a 5th credit of Social Studies, satisfying an elective spot on their course card, to meet magnet requirements. Let's move to the program area of World Language and talk about new opportunities. IB Chinese Pilot is being offered as referenced in an earlier portion of this video, although there's no commitment to being able to offer that in future years. Honors levels of Chinese are being added to broaden the program, and students and families are encouraged to explore information about the Chinese program via Ms. Zhao's website at http://ZOUChinese2015.weebly.com. A Spanish native speaking course will be offered to freshmen or sophomores who are proficient Spanish speakers but who need additional support in learning the reading and written components of the language prior to utilizing those reading and writing skills in Spanish 1 courses and above. Continued opportunities of note. At Riverwood, we do offer a full slate of world languages, including Chinese, Spanish, French, and Japanese. Special things to remember and consider. Colleges require at least 2 years of the same world language, and many require 3 years of the same world language. Magnet students must complete at least 3 years of the same world language to meet magnet requirements. Most students start the high school language in level 1, despite their past experiences with learning that language. Some who are very proficient go to level 2, but our experience has been that many middle school students benefit from taking level 1 of a language in high school, even if they have taken some level 1 of that language in middle school. Let's move to the area Career Technology Education, abbreviated CTE. New opportunities. Horticulture 1 is a new course that will be offered in an agriculture and horticulture science pathway, and that Horticulture 1 course is being offered to students at all grade levels. Computer Science will be offered to rising 10th through 12th graders. This course could eventually precede AP Computer Science if student interest dictates. Continued opportunities of note in CTE. CTE offers an array of hands-on skill-based courses in the likes of engineering, computer programming, and culinary arts, all the way up to IB level courses in business and engineering. 11th and 12th graders can do a course called Work-Based Learning, wherein they can work in a paid off-campus job while earning elective credit. These students are released from school early so that they can attend their job. Special things to remember and consider. All incoming 9th graders must take one CTE course. All 10th through 12th graders are encouraged to consider continuing in a CTE course that is the same for at least 3 years to complete a state-mandated pathway. Most concentrations in CTE start with a mandatory introductory level course that must be taken before any of the higher level courses can be taken. Work-based learning students, which I just mentioned, must apply via the special programs application located in the counseling center and online. Broadcast video students in 12th grade can do school-based internships and must also apply via the special programs application. Moving to Visual and Performing Arts, abbreviated VPA. New opportunities of note. IB Film Study SL is available to rising 11th to 12th grade students. Continued opportunities of note are a full slate of courses that exist from drawing to painting to photo to ceramics to metalworks to performance courses like band, orchestra, chorus, and theater. Many exist in IB format as well, so you're highly encouraged to explore a variety of offerings in visual and performing arts. And special things to remember. All incoming 9th graders must take one VPA course. All 10th through 12th graders are encouraged to consider continuing in a VPA course that is the same for at least 3 years to complete a mandated state pathway. Most concentrations in VPA start with a mandatory introductory level course that must be taken before any of the higher level courses can be taken. Now moving to Health and Physical Education, HPE. New opportunities. Body sculpting is no longer a weight training based course and is now strictly cardio and exercise and is available to all students except 9th graders. Continued opportunities of note. The weight training program continues to prepare athletes for safe competition on Riverwood's sporting arenas. Special things to consider and remember as it relates to HPE. Athletes, both male and female, in any sport are required to take weight training for conditioning and safety reasons. 9th grade athletes will do health and personal fitness and receive weight training blended into that required for graduation course. 10th through 12th grade athletes, male and female, must sign up for the weight training course. All students by graduation time must have taken both health and personal fitness to meet Georgia graduation requirements. If not taken in 9th grade, Riverwood asks 10th grade students to take health and personal fitness. And finally, moving to an area that I'm calling Other, where I will digress from the previous format of new opportunities, continued opportunities, and special things to remember. First, let's talk about seniors who are on track for graduation who wish to have a period off. Seniors who are on track for graduation and who have transportation can request up to 2 periods off. And if those 2 periods are granted, please note that those 2 periods can't fall on the same school day. They can have a period one day and a period the next, one on A day, one on B day. There is no higher prioritization for seniors who have a period off to receive a parking permit, so please be aware of that. Responsible office aides are also needed in the counseling center and the front office to support the work of these offices. Students receive credit and should apply via the special programs application found in the counseling center and online. As you've heard many times now, I've referenced the special programs application. That application is a place that highlights application-based opportunities that students have at Riverwood for courses. All juniors and seniors are encouraged to view that application to see if there's a course of interest on there and to see if the application might be a process that he or she needs to complete. There are other courses that students can take virtually through Georgia Virtual School while on Riverwood's campus or through Fulton Virtual School while on Riverwood's campus that are of zero cost to students and families. If a student wishes to take a course that Riverwood doesn't currently offer, there is a space on the registration card to explore a virtual course wish. I believe that's all the scheduling information that I have to share for you. I do want to make one disclosure, and that is that as we talk about new courses and new offerings for the 2015-2016 school year, please remember that these new courses are only offered on the basis of adequate student interest and adequate student enrollment. So we hope to offer all of those courses that I've listed here, but at the end of the day, if not enough students sign up for those courses, we may not be able to offer all of them. Moving forward from this point, what I ask families and students to do is to really spend some time in advance of February 11th and February 12th, making plans for courses and electives and selectives so that students are prepared to not only make elective options on that day, but they're also prepared to have conversations with their teachers about the courses that their teachers are recommending them for, as it is the teacher's responsibility to recommend for core courses. We want students to be able to engage in a conversation if they feel that self-advocacy is necessary. Beyond that preparation prior to February 11th and February 12th, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your child's teacher to ask them about a specific course recommendation or to get their feelings about which courses they might consider recommending your child for. Feel free to reach out to your child's counselor if you have other questions about the scheduling process or four-year plans or any of these courses that I've mentioned. And certainly, as always, please feel free to reach out to any member of the administration, especially myself as I'm involved with scheduling, and let me know what I can do to assist you. We're looking forward to students being very prepared for February 11th and 12th, and to that end, I hope this video has been instrumental or at least in some ways helpful as they get ready for February 11th and 12th, 2 days at Riverwood where we're completing course recommendations and course selections. I thank you for taking the time for watching this video, and please, if you found it useful, pass it along to friends, other students, other families, and help us get the word out that we're providing information about courses at Riverwood. Thanks, and have a great day, Raider Nation.